DraftKings Sportsbook is the #1 place to bet touchdowns, and new customers could bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Download the app and use promo code BERRY when you sign up. DraftKings Sportsbook, the crown is yours. Last call, let's take a look at the most bet player props, courtesy of our friends at DraftKings. For the Rams, traveling to San Francisco, the board is headlined at the top by 2 George Kittle props. Receiving yards 50-plus is -165, 40-plus is -295. 2 Cooper Kupp bets on the board at the same, 40-plus and 50-plus. That's in deep minus territory, is Puka Nacua at 60-plus receiving yards is -450. I wonder if a lot of people are doing ladder bets with all of these alt receiving lines.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Jay, what do you like in this game?
I like the Rams to score. I'm going to take the Rams team total over 23.5. Offensive line being healthy is so big for Matthew Stafford against a team that doesn't generate a lot of pressure. Niners defense didn't have any answer for Josh Allen a couple of weeks ago in the snow. So I think that this Rams team, which scored 44 points last week, will be able to get to 24 against the Niners.
What about you, Matthew?
I'm going squeaky wheel, right? Because there's been such a narrative around Deebo Samuel. Give me Deebo Samuel to get 10 receiving yards. This is an alt line, 10 receiving yards in the first quarter. That's at +110. So at plus money, I just think they make an effort to get him the ball. It's in the first quarter, and I think one play, he can get 10 yards in one play. So give me Deebo Samuel 10 receiving yards in the first quarter at plus money.
I like Rams +3. I like that they're getting points in this game. And I understand because they have to travel. It's a short week. That's always tough for the road team for sure. But this offense is clicking right now. We've talked about how the line is healthy. Stafford's playing really well. They got both wide receivers rolling. I think this will be a tight game. And they've won their last 2 against the 49ers. These coaches, they're pretty evenly matched, I'd say, all things considered. Yep. The Rams, I think, are playing their best football right now. And the Niners have dealt with way too many injuries this year. I love that they're underdogs in this game.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I would call this, I would think this would be closer to pick, or 1.5 because of the short week road advantage.
Yep.
So I'll take the +3.
I think it's going to be a fun game, and I think it's a great game to get the fantasy playoffs just started.
Oh, yeah.
I think you're starting all your obvious guys. You're obviously starting Kupp and Nacua and Kyren Williams. I have Stafford as merely a 2 QB play, but we've talked about Purdy earlier in the show. I was a top 10 play this week. I think Deebo gets involved here. You just heard me talk about him. I do think he's an upside wide receiver 3 this week. You're obviously starting Juwan Jennings and George Kittle. As for the running back, as of this morning, it feels like Isaac Guerendo is going to play. He does have a line on DraftKings. They're expecting him to play. And I think if you have Guerendo, if you're a grape slapper like Jay, I think you start Guerendo. Are you going to start Guerendo?
I'm going to start him because my alternatives are like Travis Etienne and Patrick Taylor. So I'm happy to go
No
down
Trent
with the
Williams
ship
tonight, but the work should be there for him.
Yeah, by the way, over the last 4 weeks, the Rams are the second worst run defense in the NFL. They're 31st against the run. And so this is a must-win game for the Niners. They're not going to put Guerendo out there if they don't think he can be productive there. It's risky, obviously, because he could get re-injured. But my expectation here is he would get the majority of the workload. The fact that he's going to go is a good sign for the Niners. And if you've been riding Guerendo, if you picked him up last week and rode him, go ahead.
Yep.
Ride him again.
Zach.
There you go. Slap those grapes. There you go. Not exactly sure what that means, but
we're still working on it.
We're still working on it. Hey, I hope your playoffs get off to a maconculous start.
Palmalicious.
And Palmalicious and all
Guerendalicious.
Whatever. It's closing time. You don't have to go home, but you can't
Chubble?
stay here.
Chibble?
For Jay and Connor, I'm Matthew. Read, love, hate today. Peace out. Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and RotorWorld.com, and I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched, or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest Roto-World fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.